The UFC has seen some magical moments in Canada over the years. GSP reclaimed his throne at 83. At 83, not in 83. Franklin stopped Liddell with one arm at 115. And we saw instant classics between Cub Swanson and Choi, as well as, of course, Jones and Gustafsson. And it's amazing, considering that every time Canada tries to put on a fight, a hockey game breaks out. It's hot. It's delicious. It's my Tinder profile. At UFC 315, we're going to get our money's worth because 90% of these fights are going to go to a decision. Canadians are too polite to make a decision. Carnage. At least if it's a boring event, it'll be the crowd apologising. However, there are a couple of fights that should be breaking up those marathons and waking up the crowd. Bukowskis versus ooh, I'm Canadian. Modestas Bukauskas versus Iwan Kuchalaba. BSD versus Alvarez. And maybe also Barrio versus Silva. All the others I wouldn't be surprised if they went the distance. The Alvarez one has really caught my attention. I'm very excited for it. The ground and pound will go down in history. BSD should be able to tough it out long enough to get the Canadian fans very politely riled up, but I think at some point Alvarez is going to crack his chin and crack the top 10. Aldo needs to fire his manager, giving another hungry climber a taste of goat. And don't get me wrong, I don't think Aldo's going to let him off easy. I don't think anyone who's not elite is going to out kickbox Aldo, but the matchup doesn't help him in any way. They should have given him Cejudo. Get those grandpas in there to fight it out. Aldo's neither of them are actually that old. This matchup just feels disrespectful, you know. Aldo's a beaver. Greet another beaver. Madame. And I see Madame Ferrot walking out of that arena to the echoes of and new, and with a shiny new accessory around her waist. She just looks so good, doesn't she? 12-fight win streak, bullied Blanchfield for 25. Her output, her power, her athleticism, she's a fucking beast. I don't think Valentina's wrestling is going to hold up here. I think Manon is going to push her around the cage, jab her face off, land the bigger shots and get the UD. And on to the main event. Belal, JDM, Belal. I'm sorry guys, I'm having trouble choosing. If only Belal were here to reach the decision. I'm not having trouble choosing. It was a bit. I think Belal takes it. He's annoying, but he really is that good. You might not like it, but it is true though. Of course, JDM could knock his head off. Of course, his training with Craig Jones could stave off Belal's smothering pressure, chain takedowns and nasty ground and pound. But it props won't. I reckon it'll be... Actually, you know what? In honour of Belal, I'm not going to finish.